AIPAC just made a big move to oust another pro-Palestinian politician from the US government, and I'm going to tell you all about it. First, you need to know who these two people are. This is George Latimer, and this is Jamal Bowman. They're two Democrats from New York running for the House of Representatives against each other. This would be Jamal Bowman's second term as a representative of the United States. During his first term, he was funded by J Street, another pro-Israel lobbying organization. But since October 7th, Jamal Bowman has shown that he is pro-Palestinian, and he will say what needs to be said all the way back in November. This is a photo of him at a protest calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. He gets emotional. He labels the oppression as a genocide correctly. But because of this, the pro-Israel lobby has turned their attention to him to try to oust him and elect a pro-Israel representative in his place. Now here's where things get interesting. The first thing that happened was J Street announced that they were no longer endorsing Bowman. Then AIPAC was looking to recruit George Latimer, and before he announced his campaign, he went on a 3-day mission to Israel where he met Isaac Herzog, the president of Israel, and as soon as he came back, George Latimer announced he was running against Bowman. AIPAC immediately endorsed him and then gave him $600,000 initially, which made up 42% of the total funding for his campaign at that point in time. And then this week, AIPAC's super PAC, the United Democracy Project, which you can think of as an extension of AIPAC because that's what it is, spent $1.9 million in attack ads against Jamal Bowman. Now AIPAC makes up over 75% of George Latimer's total current funding. Now George Latimer is backed by 10 times the amount of money that Jamal Bowman is. This is what the pro-Israel lobby does to manipulate the US government and influence our elections. When they see a politician who's pro-Palestinian, who would advocate for Palestinian rights, who would call out and condemn the crimes that Israel has committed, they swoop in and spend an exorbitant amount of money to oust those politicians. Look around and ask yourself why so many US politicians are enabling and supporting Israel's crimes against the Palestinians, and this is the answer. This is the answer. The pro-Israel lobby funds a majority of them. They do what they did here. They swoop in and spend an insane amount of money. And it works. 98% of AIPAC-backed candidates have won their races. Their job is to guarantee that our tax dollars continue being shipped off to Israel to kill Palestinians. They want to guarantee that the United States will back Israel no matter what and allow Israel to do whatever they want without consequence. They do this to make sure that the Zionist influence maintains its grip over the US government. This is why it's so critical to end US support for Israel. No more bombs, no more billions of dollars, no more support for the genocide, for the oppression, no more covering it up in the news. They need to face their consequences. Netanyahu and his gang of Zionists, all of them must answer for what they have done. I hope you can see what I just laid out for all of you, and I want you to make a promise to yourself not to vote for any politician who's taken pro-Israel money, who's funded by AIPAC. You can find data on this through Open Secrets, media, and the FEC. If you need help, just reach out to me. I can send you instructions on how to check if your candidate is backed by blood money. Because how can you trust somebody who's put their morals up for sale at the cost of Palestinian lives? Make sure you go follow me on Instagram so you can hear my messages in the future. And please copy the link on this video a bunch of times. It helps a lot more people see it. Thank you, and free Palestine.